so watch what you're doing. Wow. Not sure how many we're up to. I've not been keeping accounts. I was not very good at concentrating on multiple things at once. Let's miss a row and then do a row, and then we'll reverse it. Excellent. Excellent job. So the end is in sight. I wouldn't like to guess on how many we're actually doing. We'll just pull this to the side. But we'll also use our brain and park it not too far away from us, so we've not got half a mile to walk. Let's also make sure we don't park. Yeah, there's an awful massive section again under here, the same as across the road. So again, there's certainly some room for gaining some of the field back. Did I? Yeah, I did keep it down. Literally just ripped off. Bear in mind, this is not with, there's no, this is just raw grass with no fertiliser or anything like that, so if we did this there would be more than what we are getting this time. Will be interesting with field, it is 15, isn't it, the one across, yeah, not the 14, the one across, so the new one that we bought not long ago. Will be interesting to see what we get from that now we've fertilised it on the second. I think we got 12, didn't we, on that one? I've gone out of, not that it matters, it's not the end of the world, but I've gone out of sync, chasing a bit of errant grass. Perfect, actually. Let's tie this top weird row. Let's not miss that quite big chunk. Spin around again. As I said, especially, I'm not normally a massive fan of this. I've said it on my last Let's Play about chasing every last little, but especially at the beginning of your career, like this, every bit counts a little bit, but I don't, if I'm doing grain or something like that, I don't like to chase that tiny little 1 litre in the corner. I'm not a big fan of that. I'd sooner, there's sometimes little tufts of grain which when you actually chase them all add up to sort of 6 litres, and I always think that's a waste of 10 minutes of your time to grab those 10 litres which have a very tiny value. But that's a rule I'm applying to myself, not one that I expect others to follow. There is an intrinsic value to that 10 litres, so it would depend on how the value is to you, to your time, as to whether that is worth it. Let's spin around and pull straight left. Let's grab that little. If we were following course play at the minute, this would be our last row, but I'm totally really watch it. Spot on. I've noticed a bit of a patch of grass up there that I've missed, so we will pop up there. No, that is too excessive. That's exactly doing what I've just said not to do. Right, this is the last row, I think, isn't it? And there's a little tiny patch to the left of it, I see it. Let's see if I can remember to grab that as I actually pass. tiny little patch there. Lift that a minute. It's not going to make another bale, but it's certainly going to be towards the next one next time. Brilliant. Let's turn that off. That worked well with that weight on it, to be honest. Let's go grab the other tractor. We'll grab these bales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and the one on the back 10. So, well, actually, this is less than the field. So it does go to show I was correct in what I said originally, which was going on this was, I think, quite a silty clay one. So therefore the yield should be less, and we've seen that. We lost one bale with the one on the top. We're on the back of the tractor. And this is on paper, I think, bigger. Let's have a look. Let's not flap our lips without marginal, isn't it? 15 and 29. Let's have a look. 0.99, 1.05, so it's absolutely marginal. But that 115 has got much more yield potential. This one's got a slight negative amount, so we can see that has made marginal difference, but it really is marginal. You just flip that bale before we leave the field and hope that that doesn't get in the way of the driver behind. Let's have a look. What will we like that way? What will we like that way? Good. Let's go and get the bale trailer. Spin round heavily. Okay. Stick. So, whoops. So this, I think we will test this to see if cutting this next time, or obviously I also chose a smaller thing, so 7.3 course weight that time read it, and that actually cut it perfectly. So we shall see. Let's grab now. This has all been the same day, so it'll just have to go on the latest time of the day. Actually, this is not going to be far off what we got off the first field. So including cutting and doing the other field and that one across there, these two and the edges of this field are almost equivalent to the very first cut on our big field. Let's follow you across. Oh, that was a little bit. Glad it wasn't tackling him. He would have dragged me all over the place. Oh, actually, I didn't see that we got that one. So I might have miscounted. It looks like there's one that's gone through the hedge. Might need to grab that one with the... by manual means. So my count was out by 1. Let's go and get that one on the edge first. we'll just have a look on the left hand side as we go out as to whether I did too much weight. Whether I did manage to pick that one up, or we did. Excellent. So I believe we are two off the 31 that we got initially on the first field. So this is going to be on 02. Is that right? Yeah, because can't class this day 01 and then 02 on the next year. We will drop these off because leaving them on the back of the trailer nullifies reading any data from them. So, wrong way. Let's drop them just there. Make sure it's inside the field. Yep. Excellent. Let's leave the bale trailer just within. Oops, that's just a little bit too... I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it in far enough. There, no, I'm not. Let's not try and skim. We've got plenty of the edge of a field. Should be fairly level by now. Yes. Okay then. So, that's everything we can do for now. Absolutely no jobs, absolutely no money we can earn. So it literally is now a matter of speeding up time. I'm going to do this by 120 though. I'm just going to test my theory about 2,000 times. There's nothing hurting by just, I know it's taken a little bit longer to do it, but it's not like it's that long. Let's have a look what weather we've got coming over the next couple of days. Quite good actually, but quite a few days. Yeah, some weather forecast Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't know about for the whole day because it's only the long forecast at this time. 7:45. Let's have a quick look while we've got that hour. Let's take that off. Don't think we've got anything. I don't think we'll have anything till the morning, to be honest. Yeah, harvested. Is that field edge? Oh wow, 17 million for the edges. Wow. That's up the hill, so there's a certain point where, looking at that, I'm talking about chopping the trees. If you look very closely, it does look, yeah, that's not my land. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit overkill. So 9 o'clock till 8 o'clock, 11 hours. Oh, and now we get some rain coming in the night. 160 load interest. Okay. Still harvested state, still no change. Right. Let's put that at 120. Now I remember somebody giving me a theory about having things on your field playing around with all sorts of weird and wonderful things, so let's take note of that. Let's pull that around slightly. Let's push that to the edge of the field rather than actually on the field itself. Whoa, not quite that. Ooh, now that did flick then. That's going into growing stage. Yeah, brilliant. So that definitely worked at doing. Let's stick that behind there. It's not really in the way. I hope the ground is fairly level though. Let's have a look. See, that's gone from harvested to first stage of green, so wow, actually on them all. That's quite phenomenal. Of course, they were all done on the same day, weren't they? And that's interesting to note. 12 and 13 have now gone to the extra 50% bonus stage of the orange. Not that we can afford them now, but that is interesting. It's like watching grass grow. I couldn't resist it. I know that's a poor one, but really couldn't resist that one. Yeah, if it means not pushing through growth states, then I think we'd have to keep this on 120. Just gonna test this theory over a few days, because I have thought it's one of my theories as to why my last Let's Play that there was an entire spring that literally, because I think I had nothing else to do on the second spring because we'd done all the animals other than the animals themselves, but every time I did the animals I sped up time 2000 to the end of the day to tea time and then allowed it a couple of minutes to catch up. Funnily enough, it never caught up, so we went through the entire spring with me fast forwarding to 2000 quite a bit without a single cut, which to me seemed very, very strange. So my theory is that it was the fast forwarding that somehow managed to trip the game up, the game mechanics, where the growth stages never caught up. So if it means waiting 2 or 3 minutes real time every day just to make sure that the growth cycles are maintained properly, because the entire thing with going the grass route is the fact that you get multiple crops in a year, because you've got to class this as a crop. This is the only way that I understand that you can actually make, not beat seasons, but go with seasons, especially in your first seasons, especially from a start from scratch, to actually gain that growth, to expand. Plus silage is a very good fruit, really, to actually gain a bonus, to gain money from. So quarter to 5. Yeah, it's still light, great growth stage. Yeah, 16. You can see the second darker. No real visible clue for you looking on what the stages of the green are, is there really? No, some of those have now gone from light to darker. So when you can see all the different colours, isn't it, that you can see that, yeah, 14, all those little tiny bits of yellow in between, you can see that obviously, yeah, you can. If you look close at 15 and 14, both cut with the Sammy, you can see those yellow bits. If you look at field 29, cut with the Argon, there are no yellow bits, it's all cut. So I would say that if we cut with the Argon, it definitely is the better of the two for that particular, for cutting. That's what that funny thing is causing. The Argon is not quite managing to cut it properly. I'm not sure if it'll let me sleep at 8. I think it might be 9. Let's get ready. We should try 8. watch this early summer evening where the lights are beginning to no, it's going to be 9 then, so it's 9 o'clock. Let's go away and come back because it doesn't register the trigger. Right, smashing. Let's watch the evening wind down. Last half an hour. Isn't it beautiful the way the light fades? Oh, and then the beautiful dynamic lighting of the cars. Fantastic. Let's get ready. Nearly there. 9 till 8. Let's get ready to knock time down, though we don't want it at 1:20 straight away. Okay. Now then, this is O2 early summer, so at some point today these should shift from... Oh, okay. Oh yeah, some of them are still not shifted. Yeah. They were the ones that were done later, so it will be at some point late afternoon at the latest point when we did those across there. This is what I was saying about the mixing as well. You've got to be careful because you can take that initial, oh yeah, I'm at silage, take those back and they register as grass, and obviously that is completely different going to the BGA to get grass as it would be silage. So you've wasted your time in a way. So it definitely is about, let's turn time up again. So there's nothing, and we'll have a look at the growth stage as the day is rushing by. I'll have to adjust my method of timing. Yeah, still, oh, actually, are they at the second green? Oh, they are, actually, yeah, they've moved from very, very light to the second green stage. So that's interesting. I do apologise for this, but this is just me testing a theory, and to be honest, I think this is proving my theory quite accurate. I truly think I'm right. Such super fast forwarding seems to somehow trip the game mechanics up sometimes. Maybe the length of a fast forward. I'll have to try and investigate further on other Let's Plays, because at present it's still only a theory, but it definitely is at least going through the growth cycles, which it seemed to be stuck on harvest for day after day after day before, so... Yeah, that's still on the second green. I do understand now, this saying, it's like watching grass grow. Although it's sort of relaxing, if I'm honest, to watch the world go by. A bit scary if you could truly turn up time like that, though. You could waste your entire life. Yeah, still second. Gives me a bit more, actually, understanding of the turning of the growth cycles when you actually do something like this, because it is something, one of those very important game mechanics that you take for granted in the game. Let's look again at tea time. Be interesting if you could understand that type of game mechanics, because I would imagine with enough study you truly could understand the game mechanics of this particular game. I don't mean in real life. There's too many variables. Yeah, still you can see the darker green stage on 16 and 26 and 28 and 25. Still definitely the second. suppose we could also test my theory about speeding up time quickly with the 2000 if we did that with an entire day. That would test that theory. Because if we can see there should be a growth change between a period and another period, and that doesn't happen, yeah, still light green. Let's check again. Yeah. Check just before we go to bed as well, just to make sure. Which that'd be 9 o'clock. We've certainly got a beautiful vista. Well, if you don't look too close at the container, you could hardly call that beautiful. It's good, but it's not beautiful. Let's have a look. No, it's still light. Let's have a look at weather. Today sunny, tomorrow cloudy. Cloudy. Is the cloudy bit, does that mean there is a chance of precipitation based upon the fact that there is cloud? Does it mean there is a chance without even rain being... Oh, see the sun go down. Beautiful. That mist's making the sun invisible in the sky. Not for much longer though. It's about to go behind the trees. This definitely gives a new meaning to the world, watching the world go by. Oh yeah, it's almost down by the skyline now. You can see the light fading. Yep. Let's have a look. No, it's still on the light green stage. Let's get ready. As soon as that hits 9, and we should still be on 11 from yesterday, so we'll see if the green stage changes overnight. Speed time down a little bit while we're looking at the different growth stages. No, we do know, all of us though, that the growth stages sweep through the land, so you've got to allow it some time to catch up anyway. Let's stick that on 120 then. Oh no, I'm being very silly, as if I've got nothing to do at all, and I've got these. I should have done these last night. Just double check. Not to get caught out by game mechanics. It should all be true, but yeah, not a single one. Yeah. Right, smashing. Let's go get the work we can get done and get this loan out of the way. Just check I managed to do that. No. Yes. Go. I always seem to get that wrong. Very rarely get that. Oh. Oh wow. Amazing. I've never really looked up at that and seen that's there. Is that the like a tree yard? Right, let's grab these ones. trying to think actually whether we should follow me with the Argatron. No, we're fast, aren't we, actually, as we are. It's probably better to use this as it was intended, because it is faster. Got to be careful though. And let's pull wide like you would in real life so you can actually see out. Whoa, be careful. Terrible driving, Mr. Smith. Concentrate. I think this is going to be a long session, to be honest. I might need to split this in two. I made the mistake of not putting my timer on. And this is how my very long sessions start. You can pull right there. Let's turn the indicator off before I drive everybody crazy. Let's try. This is something I've tried before and I've never actually succeeded in cab. Let's see if we can, for once, do this in cab. Always seems to defeat me, so I need to overshoot by quite a lot. A bit more, I think. Let's try that. That doesn't look too bad. Let's get out and make sure we're completely in. Right. Let's leave that on times 15 to digest while we go and get the digestate lorry, the liquid tanker from H2 Studios. Let's go and grab that. Trying to fine-tune my processing time skills. So let's stick it on 30. I'm not sure 15 is going to achieve much. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, we're looking fine. Yeah, this is the sort of speeds where your tractor definitely struggles with. One big advantage to... That's not the first one, it's the second one. Right, let's take that and leave that well around the side. That grass looks like it's doing quite well. Oh. It does look like it's doing very well, because it is doing very well because it's ready to harvest. So let's cut that down, otherwise we're going to be wasting time for grass cutting. That's brilliant. Oh, I'm well chuffed. That goes to show though how it goes through the stages. That was on the catch-ups, as I sort of call them, because that was on still the light green stage. So somehow through the evening, oh, it's gone from the light green stage, medium green stage, to the green stage after that, to the green stage after that, to harvested just in the state of a few minutes. So that goes to show that that's got to be a time thing, how time catches up. It's got to be. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Now then, this is one that you've got to be very careful of when you're pulling out. So the length of it. No, it's not here. It's the next one. Let's indicate. Oh, and let's pull quickly forward so we don't want to be arguing with that. Switch the indicator off. Oh, I've caught it on some hunter. Oh, such a wide vehicle. Try and pull. Okay. I need to see. All my life. Need to try and push that from the outside. I think it's the only way I'm going to manage to get that back into a position where it's ready to be picked up. Such a long beast. This always catches me out on any Let's Play. It's always my Achilles heel. Okay. It's got such a long front. It's why I do prefer this view for depth perception, especially when you've got something monstrous like this on. Oh no, they were open. Excellent. Whoa. Now I need to reverse, so we'll keep it on this view for a minute. Still not digested. So, if that is the case, what we're going to do is, it's more important, this is probably where I'm going to leave this episode, because I tell you the truth, obviously it's really much more important that we cut this. I have scientifically proved the yellow stage, the first yellow stage. You know what I've done in my stupidity? I never did spray field 29, did I? 14 and 15 have both had the... I suppose that would be interesting to contrast 15 and 29, but that's awful. I missed out on the on liming and everything. Can't believe I've done that. Mistakes like that I was talking about. Right, so that is exactly where I'm going to leave that. That while that's digesting over the day at 5 times, yeah, it's going to take well through the day. We'll leave that working while we work next time, so we haven't got time to waste on things like that. So what we'll do is I'm going to leave this here, and next time it will pop me back to our sleep trigger, and we'll get on with doing the grass work. And I'll hopefully not make a mistake like that, because that's while we've got a minute, let's just try and pay off a little bit of the loan that we can. We can at least pay 10,000. Right, that's 15,000 left on the loan. So we should pay the rest of that off with what we get from this, which is where my initial... And then we shall get on next time with plenty of grass cutting. And hopefully next time learn my lesson about... I can't believe I've not fertilised and limed. That is terrible. It's not like me, that's not. I'm not keeping my eye on the prize properly. Right, anyway, enough of this chitter chatter. Thank you very much for sharing on this journey with me. I hope you continue. It's, I think 3 fields from 1 is still a huge improvement. So we shall wait and see what the growth from cutting the 3 fields does for us today in this first season of our Let's Play on Extreme and Start From Scratch and in hard mode. So thank you very much for watching. Hope that you'll be continue with us on this journey, and speak to you again. Goodbye.